Over the past few months, YouTube has quietly become a lot stricter. Channels both big and small are getting strikes, losing monetization, and some even fully getting terminated. Not because they're doing anything malicious, but because the YouTube rules have changed. And the truth is, most creators don't even know they're breaking the new policies. But don't worry, this isn't a panic video, it's the complete opposite. I've spent the last few weeks digging through everything YouTube updated, what triggers strikes, how to stay completely safe, because as you lot know, I run multiple faceless YouTube channels, so I need to know these new rules. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly what's been happening, the mistakes you should avoid, and a simple system I'm using to protect my channels in 2025 heading into 2026. Make sure you do stick around to the end of this video because it will save you time, stress, and potentially your entire channel. So as you've seen from the intro, recently especially, YouTube seems to be clamping down, whether it's getting rid of monetization on channels, removing channels entirely, getting rid of their monetization. And I know a few of you guys have been messaging me sort of how to deal with this, what are the new updates, how can I prevent it from happening. So I thought I'll do a little update video explaining the new rules and the mistakes that you need to be careful for heading into 2026. So to start with, we got some actual proof that it's happening from a few creators here. This creator called Sarah Finance, she's in the make money online space, and she recently posted a video stating that she's received about 10 strikes on all of her videos, and you can see some of the titles here: how I made 4.9 million at 22, 5 new side hustle ideas that made me this amount, how to make 10k a month, 7 AI tools. You sort of get the gist. But she was getting countless strikes, literally all at one go it seems. You've then got this creator called Final Verdict who tweeted out, YouTube just permanently banned me from their platform even though I did nothing wrong. My channel had over 40k subs, 7 million views. One morning I woke up and it was gone. The reason, circumvention. The crazy part, I've never had another channel. And this picked up a lot of traction on X. Over 141,000 impressions, and he was in the true crime niche. And this is just a couple of instances. There's literally tons of creators having the same exact thing happen to them right now. And the thing with this, YouTube's AI system, they're flagging videos automatically with no human review. Appeals are then being rejected instantly, meaning no real review is even happening. Channels are then losing monetization or getting banned for unintentional policy mistakes. Now the core mistake that I've been seeing with this, of course you're going to have anomaly cases where quite a few creators have been wrongfully terminated or video striked, but quite a few people, they're not even realizing that they're violating the policy. And the thing is, it's not just AI, it's the way people and creators are using AI. So what do YouTube's policies actually talk about? We've got the 3 main ones here: misleading metadata or thumbnails, video spam, and then scams. Starting with the misleading metadata and thumbnail, we have a few examples here. I mean, you can pause the video if you want. I'll briefly touch on them. But for example, it basically says if you get a thumbnail with a popular celebrity, or say you're talking about another figure for this instance, and then the video itself has nothing to do with the content, you're going to get flagged. You've then got the titles and thumbnails or descriptions leading people to think they're going to see something. This one is actually quite tricky because I don't really know how you can monitor this. Because for example, a lot of people put emphasis in their titles and thumbnails, whether it's bright colours, creating a scene that's not there. So that one is also quite tricky to actually nail down 100% of the time. Then this one's quite self-explanatory, where it says using the title, thumbnail or description to indicate that a newsworthy event actually took place recently, but they're not addressing it. Say for instance there's a celebrity scandal coming out, and you mention the scandal, but then you don't talk about the scandal at all. That is of course gonna get flagged. Then in terms of the video spam policy, you can pause it here if you want to read it. I mean, it's quite the same stuff. You can't really promise people they watch something, but then direct them off the site. You can't then post content across one or more channels. And of course, you can't just get other people's videos and upload it as your own. Then when we look at the scams policy, I mean, it could even be relevant to sort of my channel because I'm in a make money online space. But it states such things as, you can't claim that viewers can get rich fast or that a miracle treatment can cure chronic illnesses such as cancer. You then can't promote cash gifting or pyramid schemes, accounts dedicated to cash gifting schemes. And this one's quite interesting. Videos that promise you'll make 50 grand tomorrow with this plan. Because as you lot would know, when it comes to me posting videos on Louis Online and my journey, all I do is just share my blueprint. I never tell you, okay, watch my video, next week you're going to be making 100 grand. It's just not realistic, and it's not how it worked for me. But it's interesting because you do see quite a few channels in the space saying, here's how you make 10k a month, here's how you make 10k a week. Stuff like that is obviously not going to be allowed on YouTube. So the three biggest risk areas that I'm seeing when it comes to channels either getting flagged, terminated, or losing monetization is AI driven videos. And by this, I mean fully automated channels. You've then got the money and business claims like that Sarah Finance, where sort of creators are sort of saying like a get rich fast scheme, income numbers, here's how you make 10k a month, 10k tomorrow. And then you've got like the true crime and politics space, because this space in particular is easily flagged content. So in terms of the risk areas, we've got AI being used the wrong way. And by this, I mean AI isn't a problem. I use AI daily in my workflow. It's just how you use it, and there's pros and cons to this when it comes to using it for your channels. For example, what it's not okay to do is just fully auto-generating videos with zero human editing or thought, and then creating fake realistic events, whether it's faces, voices, with no disclosure at all. As think about it logically, right? If you're looking to set up a YouTube automation channel and you're going into it and having no human input at all, just creating fake images, fake titles, fake scenes, fake everything, you're obviously gonna get flagged. But what is okay to do is that you can use AI for your scripts, ideas, B-roll, even images, but as long as you're editing and structuring and doing the storytelling and then disclosing when you're using AI, it will be totally fine. As like I mentioned, I'm using AI daily for the scripts, for the voiceover, even for video ideas, but I'm then having human input with the editing. I then tweak the script itself, making sure that the content is still original and unique to me. And you need to make sure you do the exact same thing. Do not enter this space thinking, you know what, let me just do a couple AI story images and go viral. It's not gonna work, and there's no longevity in doing that. For risk area 2, we've got money claims, and like I stated, having exaggerated promises in your title and description, as that will get flagged as scamish. For example, a few titles would be how to make $200 every day guaranteed. Another example, this AI bot will make you $10,000 a month. What YouTube doesn't do, it doesn't flag personal results, it flags titles that promise specific income to the viewers. For example, I made a video on Louis Online titled how I made $4,300 from TikTok rewards, then showed the screenshots and proof that I'd done it and explained the step that you could do to potentially earn the same. But if I framed it like, here's how to make $4,000 every month off TikTok, it would likely get flagged. Then for risk area 3, we've got true crime and politics, as I've seen quite a few channels, especially on X, get flagged in this space. The reason being there's quite a few factors, starting off with that the topics itself is quite shocking, disturbing, and usually covering polarizing subjects. You've then got a very grey area when it comes to legality, misinformation, and bad faith actors. And then finally, it does appeal to the lowest common denominator. So if you're looking to get started with YouTube automation today, getting ready for 2026, me personally, I would advise against doing a true crime or politics channel. So what does YouTube actually want? It wants originality. So for example, sharing your own angle, experience, or insight, not just recycling content. For example, with YouTube faceless, say you enter a niche, don't just copy the #1 competitor. Find a way to make it your own unique twist in that niche. You then want to make sure you are always giving your viewers value. This is one of the most powerful things when it comes to YouTube, whether it's education, entertainment, or even intertwining both things. Then of course, honesty, and by this it means being truthful and clear, no hype, no exaggeration, and no misleading claims. Then finally, like I've been banging on about this entire video, you can use AI, just use it smart in your workflow. If you're there creating brain rot skibbity shorts and then getting terminated and wondering why, that is no one else's fault. Use AI to help you generate content but not auto-generate entire brain rot videos. I made a quick checklist to see if you guys are at risk. Feel free to pause the video and go through it. But here's a little checklist I came up with. What not to do in your videos: create repetitive, low quality content, sensationalize or misrepresent the facts, use misleading thumbnails or titles, then failing to provide proper context or insight, and then overall violating YouTube's community guidelines. If for some reason you haven't even seen the guidelines before and you want to see it, I'll make it completely easier. I'll leave it at the top link in the description so you can go through the guidelines to make sure you're not going against it with your channels moving forward. Before we wrap up the video, I thought I'd show you guys what I'm personally doing to try and protect my channels as best as possible heading into 2026. A few little things would be like, no more making X amount in a day or month in my titles or thumbnails. I'll be framing everything in a documentation and education sort of way. I then use AI for the scripts, video ideas, voiceover, not full automation. I then make sure that I'm double checking my titles and thumbnails for honesty, and I'm thinking long-term brand here, not short-term clicks. I'm then putting in place systems so that every single video I post is being reviewed before it's uploaded. And then this one's actually quite key: using AI for research, not AI for reality. By this I mean, say you're script writing, make sure you always verify the sources that you're using when it comes to prompting these scripts. And then finally, treating YouTube like a business, not a gamble. Anyway, that's wrapped up the video. I hope you guys got a lot of value from this in terms of the new rules, what not to do, what to do heading into 2026. And what you need to do more than anything is just stop overthinking and start today. With these new rules, the creators who adapt fastest will win. Start building the right way now. If you're ready to take action but you still have a few unanswered questions you want to get resolved, I do actually have an entirely free Discord full of like-minded creators all trying to get their channels up and running, where you can build your channel with fellow creators and make sure you're doing it the right way. The link for the Discord will be at the top of the description. But that's it. That's wrapped up the entire video. Like I said, I hope you guys got value. If you did, it would really mean a lot if you could either leave a like, comment, subscribe, even leave some video ideas down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.